There are a lot of lessons in all of these little things. One day you'll be gisting people about it and you will laugh about it. It's just how life is. That's typically how things are. When you are in the moment, yes, it's definitely sad and all of that shit. But in a few months, in a few weeks, in a few days even, it could be a funny thing that you will laugh about because it has already passed. So I think that's the biggest realization, where I'm in a new place, where I wasn't even supposed to be the lead on something. But then in this week, they're just like, dude, we want you to lead this because of just the kind of perspective I was giving them on ideas I had, which is a very cool thing. Obviously, it doesn't translate into more money, but at least it translates into respect. Hopefully, it becomes extra money again, and then I can reach that my 50K savings goal by December, hopefully. Fun fact about me is I think teaching, I would say I think I've always just been good at teaching. I remember I was in secondary school and my mom was studying. I don't know. I'm not a genius by any means or anything, but the things I'm interested in, I have a way of identifying patterns and learning those things. So when I was in secondary school, very early secondary school, my mom was doing her bachelor's. We would sit down together and I would explain the mathematics. I don't know how, but I would always explain the mathematics of how those things work. I was very good at mathematical things and, again, things around geography and biology type stuff. Just always add that type of memory, this thing. And she still refers to that stuff sometimes. That, oh, wow. I remember when you were in secondary school, you used to teach me university level stuff. Then I got to university and then I was failing. I don't understand how that works. But yeah, pretty much that's my own little fun fact as well. Everybody has a lot of fun facts anyway. And again, the point of why we did that exercise was just so that we can reflect a little bit. Where you were last week or 2 months ago or 1 month ago is not where you are now. You've learned so much, either product design or not even product design. There are certain things you've heard, prompts you've put into ChatGPT, because now somebody was saying any small thing she goes into ChatGPT because it's an important learning tool. You go into GPT, you type something in, it will explain it and give you context. Once you understand that, anywhere anybody's having a conversation about that thing, you can always say it. And anybody that searches anything online, they will know that what you are saying is actually factual. You understand? Because you have done your little bit of research and you have at least an understanding of it. And one thing I always tell people is, regardless of whatever it is, always have the basic understanding, even if it's not an updated knowledge, but have the basic understanding of the inner workings of things. Once you understand the inner workings of things, you are fine. Anything that anybody else is now saying, you can then learn and add it to the knowledge you already have. Conversations are one of the easiest ways to master some things. And the point is just to reflect. Some of you guys are very good at product design, but then you guys started seeing some things and were like, wow, I never knew this before. Now it has added to your workflow or to how you approach design. Some of you guys have never even designed much before, but you were interested in it. And now you guys are able to come up with full page screens in less than an hour. If you had enough time, if you had enough lights, right? You had the motivation and everything. You would, if somebody gave you a gig now for ₦1,000,000, you will not tell me that to be the excuse. I'll make sure there's fuel in the gen and you do it. And I know you guys can definitely do it. We are getting to the end of the class. And this is why I just want you guys to just always reflect on things. I'm not saying everybody should be me personally, because regardless of whatever the situation is, me, I'm always going to be fine. Because I believe whatever it is that is going on now is just, how can I put it, is the fee that I get to pay to learn lessons to then improve in future. If you do investment, let's say you invest money in something and then that money disappears. That is the fee that you paid to learn that next time before you invest, you should know this so that you don't put money into things that just turn to vapor eventually. So whatever it is that you're going through now or you've gone through before was the fee that you paid to get here. And you will still go through things. Trust me, everybody will go through something like once in a while. You will go through it, you will cry, but man up, dust your shoulders, get hugs, go to your significant other, get kisses, and then get back to work. That's the only way to beat because again, in my opinion, I don't want to be the average man. A lot of people pretty much love that average life of, oh, I get married, raise 2.5 kids, I buy a house, we live, I go to work every day. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful life. I would have loved that type of life as well. Vision can be a gift and a curse at the same time. When you're ambitious, when you have skill, when you are working in different environments, and then you keep learning from those people, and then you start getting your own ideas. I can do this, I can do that. Then you try to do those things in those companies, but then they don't want you to do that. And then you start thinking, if you're not allowing me to do it here, I can do it on my own. And probably even defeat all of these guys that I'm actually working for, because because again, everybody you work with, you learn from them, you learn their weaknesses, their strengths. And then but this guy, not too bright, but at least now they pay our salary, so no wala. We got that day. But the moment you actually get that power to be able to create your own thing, there's also always that going. And it's the human nature. I remember a lot of us, all we're worried about at some point was passing through WAEC. You pass through WAEC. The next thing, getting into a good university. You get into university. The next thing, passing your courses and whatever. Maybe some people, first class. Man, I never even thought about first class. I was just happy, say they give you third class. I just wanted to just get out of there. That was just me personally. And there's always a goal. Get a job that pays you at least 100K now. To you, 100K is the next goal. Then you get to 100K. Then you now see that 100K no even feel buy the things where you need to. Because at that point, you've gotten to the level of confidence where I'm doing 100K work now. Then you realize that 100K that they're paying you is never enough for the amount of work that you're doing. Then maybe you now move up to 500K. At 500K now, you're supposed to repaint the house now, but 500K will not repaint the house. You understand what I'm saying? Then maybe you get to a million, and then now at a million, I'm supposed to be able to do this, that, do that, do that. But then you realize my brother is getting married soon. My sister is graduating soon. I must give them something. That brother is getting married. So something will always come up, regardless. Even there's a point you guys will get to. You get to a point where you're earning over $100,000 every year. And I know that it will happen for all of you guys because it happened for me, and you guys will definitely get there. But the point is this: when you get there, there will still be things that will pop up. So the point is always learn, always, should I say, I guess, remember, at least do that reflection. Because every time you reflect, you start remembering some things that you probably have forgotten. And then those things will be able to then inform you on how you should tread carefully. You understand? So that you just don't make similar mistakes that you made in the past. And that's one thing I want to tell you guys. Don't be scared of feedback. That's one thing that I'm never scared of. When I was in university, I was so scared of submitting assignments or submitting anything because I'll be scared of the grade. They might give me 0. They might do this. Trust me. And for those of you guys who are probably still in school, you guys will realize on the grand stage, school doesn't really matter in the real world. And I will not lie to you guys. It's just the truth. It's something that when I end up having children, hopefully one day I'll have children. It's something I'll tell my children. This school itself, it's basically for structure. To learn structure, to learn some of those standard things. But there are lessons to be learned outside. For those of you guys who already have kids, let them know these things, that it's the quality of the character of who they are. You understand? If, let's say, I think Annabelle, her kids are always around and making noise. There are a lot of habits they are picking from her. They see that she works hard. She has her own business. She does this, and then she cooks a lot as well. There are things that they will learn from her. There are things that all of us have learned from our own parents. Me, I don't know how to stop because my own father just never knew how to stop. He was always working on one thing or the other. And I would always see him awake at 3 a.m. So at the end of the day, we end up becoming our parents. We learn those habits. And these are the same things that I guess dictate success. School doesn't teach us that collaboration is the key to success. School makes you believe that you have to have everything in your head and then write it in an exam. It is fine, but you have to understand that there are people currently in 100 level, 200 level now who are writing, coding complete apps, earning over 900K, money that the lecturer has not seen yet. Understand? In Nigeria, in that same Nigeria, there are people, if you're a student, and there are people in your school now, in your class probably, who are doing amazing things and getting paid mad money. You see them with MacBooks and just be like, oh, this one I want rich man picking. But maybe it's not. I've worked with people that, you understand? I had somebody who was working, and this guy pretty much every month, any money in lecturer they collect. You understand? I've had designers that I know, students working multiple contract jobs, $1,500 a month, 1,000 a month, small things that, and then it adds up. So you need to understand that thinking outside of the box. You can be inside of the box, but while you are inside of that box and following all the trends, the rules, and all of that bullshit, the real world is still out there. Trust me, the people back there in school that, oh, they'll be covering all their books and this thing, you get where they're there. Some of them will just always walk within that structure. And structure is not bad. Being able to get married, 2.5 kids, go to work every single day, it's fine. It's amazing. Everybody's dreams are different. But if you really want to do something different, you have to be ready for the pain. You understand? And again, I think someone was saying something about, oh, I was designing this and then I was getting this other idea. And this other idea was popping up. And then I designed version A, B, C, D. That is typically how it is. You will keep always getting ideas. The more ideas you have, the more I think your vision is not going to be thinking, oh, more maybe I can actually build this thing myself. Or maybe if I got somebody else to come and work with me, we can actually build something. Then before it, you've got somebody else. That one is writing code. You are doing design. Before it, you guys pay for maybe hosting or domain or something. And then you are launching a company. Something you've never done before, but at least you are learning as you are doing it. And that's why I said feedback. That's why feedback itself is a very important thing. If you don't get feedback, you will never improve. So don't wait for things to be perfect. Reach out to anybody. I designed this thing. I'm not sure. I feel like it looks good, but I'm not sure what I can do to improve it. People will comment, try to remove the stroke. Oh, make this one bigger. Or make that one smaller. Do this, do that. Then you will go back. You would do all of those things. And then you made it better just because you asked for feedback. But if you had stayed with yourself, you just be doing guesswork. Maybe if I do this one, maybe if I do that one, then even one day, you'll be frustrated. You just leave it for 5 days and then you will not touch it. But when easily asking for feedback would have solved your problem in less than 1 hour. You had sat with something for 1 week, 1 month, and you did not do anything about it. So don't be scared. Feedback is the only way to move forward. Feedback is the only way to move forward. Understand? Yeah. So this is the exciting work that I got this week. Crazy stuff. All these spreadsheets. Like, I don't know. Personally, I love this. I don't understand what the fuck I'm looking at. But I love getting things that I've never seen before. Understand? The fact that I'm able to lead an entire, should I say, agenda to launch something in a new country for the first time. There's this AI tool I discovered. Every meeting that I go to, I'll put my phone on record. So every time I'm having a conversation with anybody, it will record the conversation on my voice note. Then I'll upload that voice note here. Then I'll come here and ask the AI questions about the meeting. Then it will give me summary of everything. So instead of you thinking, oh, you have to remember everything yourself, the AI will just take all the voice recording. These are ways that I'm looking at optimizing my own this thing. There was this AI microphone that I found on Amazon. It's 110 pounds. I don't want to waste all that money. Since my phone is already doing it, I don't want to be stressing. But sometimes in the office, I have a habit of leaving my phone on the desk when I go to meetings. So it's when I remember that, oh, I have to record, I'll now run back to my desk to carry my phone. So a tool, so all these lapel mic type things, as long as you can just set your distance to record, you can just come here. But again, this is company paid. So maybe the paid version allows me to upload. But let me check. It's called spinach.ai. Let me check from my own, because I opened a personal one as well. Spinach.ai. Let me just give you guys the link. You guys can check it out. It's better than all that other AI, all of those ones. At least my opinion. I love this Spinach AI thing. Let me sign in with my Google. I think I signed in with Google. So I think because there was a meeting I had this morning, and then or even recorded the entire thing. Oh, nice. The upload is even available here too. So anytime you have a meeting with, so if anybody is saying we have a project for you, or we have this thing down for you, just put your phone on record. Keep it in your pocket. Your phone will be recording while it's in your pocket. everything, the AI would study that voice and then we separate person one from person two. Then, because the AI can basically tell you the breakdown of their C or what was discussed, context from this person emphasized that when we're on the page, there needs to be an actual number of this. Then I confirmed, I understand, and agreed to reflecting something, then which this one, and then it's suggesting how I should label my Figma. So in the finished task, I should have this label. Then I should now create variants for each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So already I know what to go and do in Figma. Nobody needs to tell me too much. All I just have to just do is break them down into tickets, notes, and all of that stuff. So yeah, but client brief. Let me see an example of client brief. So there was this app I told you guys I was working on with Tori. I'll be bringing her in this week because one of the students here will be joining me on this project as well. So I'll bring her in this week, but not to work, but to study how other seasoned designers are working. Then when we now get to the admin dashboard, then she'll be executing tasks just to mingle with. And Tori is actually there as well. So Tori will be able to put that through as well. So remember, I mentioned this app, contributions and borrowing loans, all this kind of adjust type thing, but digitized. But apparently I was thinking it was for Nigeria, but basically it was for Canada. I would have charged way higher. But again, they never even pay safe. Now, promise of pay, they still they do this one. But me, sometimes I like to take passion projects like this. So now, this project has a brief. There would have been a brief that was given to me. What do I always do whenever I get a brief? But anyway, let's go back and let me go to ChatGPT. Whenever you get a brief, where you should always go first is ChatGPT. And then upload, see all the icons that was used in there, I created them with ChatGPT. Every single icon that was created in that app, see all of them. One way or the other, everything I created them in ChatGPT. See, all those ones, this, all of them were in GPT. So you need to know how to generate stuff. But let's go back to the top. This was the brief that he gave me. ACC app specifications, modification, and cooperative clinical. They gave me document. Me, I didn't even look at the document. I just came here and I told it, summarize this document into project title, expectations, number of modules, and the list of pages to be designed. So give me a full list. I don't want to read all that jargons that they're writing. I just want to execute their work, collect my money, and go. And I say also summarize whether the expectation is to design the mobile app first or to design the web dashboard. And then it did its thing, went through that document, and then told me the project title is this, expectation, this is the goal, this is the key objective. So if I'm writing a portfolio case study, I don't have to, I already have everything here. I can really use this to compose an entire case study for my website. These are the deliverables, design of both a member-facing mobile app and an admin-facing web dashboard. Seamless loan requests, contribution management, and KYC flows. We've already finished KYC flows. We've already done contribution management. It's loan requests that we're just finishing now. They've already finished. Then here, role-based access and dash. This one is for dashboard. Well, we've never started that one. Then advanced reporting, transaction filters, and user management features. That's the end of all the project. Number of modules. There are 10 core modules. Authentication and security. That means signing up, logging in, password, all that stuff. KYC and proof of, this is all identity verification type stuff. And then contribution management. How do you want to do it auto, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly? Then what is the incentive for contributing? It needs to be shown in the app. Then contribution report and filters. Can you generate a report of all your contributions? A statement. Simple. Then loan management. That one is another module. Account settlement and withdrawals. When you want to withdraw money, we've not designed that as well, but it's there. It's something I think is one of the pages Story has worked on. It's just to add an extra page and we are done. Very simple stuff. So you have to break any project you get. First load it on GPT, break it into the smallest granular areas. That it's not as scary as it sounds at first. At first, when you get a project that you've never done before, you always think, how will I execute? Where will I start from? When you do this, where to start already? You understand? This makes it very clear to know exact that it is only 10 core modules that you have. And then list of key pages to be designed. Mobile app, all the pages, see. Then web dashboard, these are all the ones that we design for web dashboard. It's going to be more than this, but these are the core things according to the core modules that it has identified. Then platform expectations. Mobile app, yes, for members. Web dashboard for admins. Role-based access control with CEO only privileges for some features. You understand? I didn't even read all of that, but GPT knew that they wrote it in that document and it just gave me everything here. Then I was, okay, next thing I want to do now is I want you to list 50 pages for the mobile app I will design. List of 50 pages that I will design for the mobile app. Even though we end up having more than 50. I want to know at least 50 pages for the, and then he just went, gave me a table, splash, onboarding, login, sign up, 2FA. This 2FA has a lot of multiple pages already from our design. We had about 15 pages for that self alone. Forgot password, this one, that one. And then before you knew it, we have everything I need to design the app. Then I asked as well, what are the bottom navigation recommendations? I want to have 5 tabs. And he said we should do home, contribute, loans, transactions, profile. And pretty much that was what we did. Home, contributes, loans, history, profile. Instead of saying transaction, just said history. You understand? And I just said, okay, for the account profile structure, let me break it down. I was just telling it things, and then it was just breaking those things down for me. So already GPT was just my assistant. All I was just doing was writing these things down into docs, right? The simplified version, I was just sending it to Tori. I sent it to Joker as well, who is also working with us. All I was just doing every day was just sending message in WhatsApp group. Hey guys, do my work. Oh. Are you guys working with the components? Are you making sure that the size is this? Then in midnight, I'll go inside the file. I'll probably just adjust maybe some little spacing things that they've worked on. And that's all. So I'm not even disturbing them. They are doing their own thing and they're coming up with ideas. But one thing you will notice is as much as we are breaking down everything, we also need to find ways to make things fun. Now here, all these icons are placeholders. These are placeholders. We have to go to generate the right icons for this. These are still placeholders. You understand? By the time we finish, this will look way better. But you can see that we even have pages already, that internal pages that look way more finished than the home page. Because the home page is not the biggest thing to worry yourself about. You would always come back later to complete the home page. The home page is usually the last place I touch. But I always do a skeletal, a manageable version of the home page at first. Then when I finish everything, I'll come back and then find a way to then make the home page beautiful, more attractive. And then we have ideas of different screens here. All of these ones. Always find inspiration. Don't just be designing from your head. If me, that I've been doing this for many years, I'm still stealing ideas from other apps. Trust me, the guys that designed this, they also looked at other apps to get inspiration. Everybody, we all steal ideas from places to get inspiration. You understand? So you're not going to be the first person. So don't start thinking, oh, it makes me feel less genuine. Or more, better copy before they fire you from that project that your design is not looking nice. So yeah, basically, that is pretty much, these are the things. GPT already has done everything for you. Break it down and just create Google Docs. All you are just going to be doing is just do. See, I was just looking at ideas here for just different things. Oh, I like this app. I like the way they did certain things in this app. What can I learn from this in order to implement it in maybe my next project? I just look at things for fun sometimes. Sometimes it's for a reason in order to steal an idea from there. So if I go back here now, this Google Docs, I just separate everything, all the different modules. I just separate everything into different parts. So the loan system, everything, the goal of the loan is to make it this. And then I said the entry point is from the home page dashboard. Then first thing, loan introduction page. The first timers will only see this. GPT gave me all of these things. And then a modal should pop up to learn more. Then I can read an example of a text that explains what the loan means. Then loan eligibility page. Am I eligible for a loan? What do I need to do in order to be eligible for loans? All of those things are here. So instead of me having to be stressing myself and asking somebody question all the time, I'll design first. I'll just reach out to the person after maybe 1 week or 2 weeks. So the whole thing will take maybe 1 month or something. Most of design is really brain work. The thinking of how the flow would be is really most of what design is. But GPT is there to make things faster. So if you can deliver something that somebody expected to be delivered in 2 months, if you deliver it in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and you get paid, you are making twice the money in half the time. Because the way I think of money is this. If I'm charging for a project, and let's say I say the project is 1.5M, if that project's supposed to take me 3 months, that means it's 500K per month. That is the way I think about it. If anything happens, that 3 months end up becoming 4 months, 5 months. The money is not increasing. The money is still 1.5M. That means 1.5M divided by 5. That means it's not 300K per month, meaning I've wasted so much time to build something that is not bringing me extra money. So me, the way I would just think of things is, if it's 1.5M, if it's supposed to be in 3 months, if I can do it in 1.5 months, that means that 1.5 million divided by 1.5. Therefore, I get paid an average of about 750K a month. Because if it was 2 months, that would be 750K per month, and that makes it 1.5. But now, I'm even doing it in less. So that's around 900 and something. I've already collected my own money, and that's the end. And if another project is waiting, that means the time that I finish that one, I'm jumping on a new project and collecting more money. And then I keep moving forward, as opposed to spending so much time on one project thinking, oh, I want to be original. I don't want to steal idea. Bro, steal idea. So see this breakdown. This is all I sent to them, Victoria. Once they see this, they already understand. Because GPT breaks it down so well that they understand what to do next. So this is the loan part. This is the initial loan flow structure. And then the contribution flow. And then the general one for everything on the app. All of those considerations. So also to ask GPT to create some consideration. How should we optimize navigation? How should we improve accessibility? Meaning, should our color contrast be better? Should the text be scalable? What kind of features should we add extra for people to be able to adjust certain things to their own needs? And pretty much all the documents, anybody who understands UX can see documents like this. It's so easy to just start working. That's pretty much the flow. Back in the days, all we'd have had to do was sit down with the documents. You now be jotting down points. You guys are coming in at the time when AI is getting really into the market. So you guys don't have to learn the hard way that we learned. I had to read document on document. Me at work, anything they give me, all of these things now. This one now, I'll just do control. I can export as an XLS. I'll send it to ChatGPT. You understand? GPT will analyze and break everything down for me. So that's why I said, all of these things, I don't understand it yet, but the moment I break this down into GPT, I will understand. You understand? And then when I'm not talking about it in the meeting, they'll be like, okay, oh, wow. I was like, yeah, it was in the document, it was in this, it was in that. Even the person that wrote the document has forgotten half the things that was in the document. You understand? But GPT, for me, has already broken it down. So use tools like this. Spinach AI. Everybody should sign up on Spinach AI. Let me refer you guys. You guys use my referral code. I don't know whether don't let me use the one from the company. Let me use my personal one to do referrals. So you guys should sign up with my link. I don't know if they'll give me anything really, but who really cares? It's a very good tool. I prefer it to all those Otter AI. I prefer this to all of those guys. I'm even looking for a way to delete my Otter. Try Spinach AI. Just do voice notes. Anybody you go to meet anywhere, if it's a phone call, if you have a phone call recorder, record the conversation, just upload that voice note here to summarize the entire thing. It will tell you the task that you now need to do next. You can even ask the AI to even compose an invoice for that project. You just adjust the numbers, create a document, export as PDF, send it to the person. You don't charge them money, you get paid. So these are the workflows that I use currently, and I love my current workflow. Recently, there was a comment I got on, I think that was on Thursday. The head of the VP of products was like, he loves the way I break down documents. I was like, oh, now GPT do in my head, I was just like, that GPT run now, but what's my own? I'll take the compliment. I use GPT to achieve the result. So it's still my accolade regardless. So I want you guys to start using smart tools like this, regardless of what kind of meeting. It doesn't have to be only UI, UX stuff. Could be maybe someone who does fashion. Your client is talking about, the style they want, this one, that one. Put your phone on record the whole conversation. Be interacting with them. Talk, ask them questions, they will answer. Everything will be on that recording. Just upload it here. Ask it, what kind of clothes does this person want? To describe everything. Before, as you're even recording the measurement of the person, you can literally be saying the measurement out loud. The note is recording it. So you don't have to write on paper. Everything is going to be digital. And then at the end, I'll just come to the AI. I'll just say, there's a part in here where you can actually ask, I think it's actions. Oh, basic AI. Some of them are like upgrade level. See, every single thing we spoke about, the person who said what, right? But let me go to the company one. This is the one I use a lot because it's paid. You can literally just come in here to ask Spinach. So I'll just ask it. Oh, now describe the item about the account page. That was why I asked, because the conversation was about like an account page thing. And then it just broke it down. So you just go there and ask it. Now list out all the measurements of the particular customer. It will write everything out for you. Simple. You are done. You're not writing anything on paper. Everything is digital. And remember, everything that is on digital is always forever record. It's on the cloud. You can always access it from your phone anytime you want to. Yeah. That would be my own final tip again for today as well. Going back to AI again, continue to always use AI. You understand? Just be working with AI. Don't worry about somebody saying you're always using AI. It's good because AI is the future. If you guys don't know yet, AI is the future. Because Google currently, they have an AI that they are testing that can be an assistant to you. Meaning it will be something that you will install on your computer and to be interacting, to be controlling your computer for you. It will be doing other things while you are focused on other things on the same computer. It will be scheduling meetings, replying emails. It will be going into creating like simple workflows for you, sending WhatsApp messages to people that need to receive certain WhatsApp messages, recording all your conversations automatically. And then based on something like what I just did here now, that's saying, oh, I have to do this one. It will go into Figma, create all the labels for me. And then I myself will just go inside Figma, maybe finish the design and whatever. While an AI has already been doing all the work for me, while me, I was just doing some other things. You get? So AI is going to become like a superpower. The person who knows how to use AI the most will become that genius that everybody's chasing after. I'm sure you guys have seen videos on Instagram where somebody will be like, hey, I used this AI tool to make $150,000 a month. Bro, they are not lying. I swear to God, I've seen that stuff is so possible now with this AI thing. People are making so much money with AI. You understand? So why can't that be you as well?